Something like that.
It's the second thing to go.
I know. This is me. Look at that person. Oh, God.
I'm married. What difference? Oh, whoa, check this out. That is cool. One of those. Two things. I think I want to try.
Hello here in the
TV
crowd.
antenna? Yeah, it's a TV antenna.
Art, thanks for going down. Here, I hear you on every once in a while. It's 75.
Oh, this one? 25? I've got the only.
Yeah. Well, I like to set up so people can look at this stuff.
Yeah. They've got to be this fine, it's all solid ice.
A lot of goodies here, Mike.
Middle estate. And his snow was stripped off in a matter of several days. Yeah, he's got two places. He's working in Barton. He's the game warden.
Yeah, your wife was telling me last time. And they're actually at 31. Yeah, there's nothing on 61.
Oh, what's this? Down the middle.
It's some kind of Suzuka match, and then I put it on my
God bless you, we're going through all
it looked to me to be a lot of years, but it
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
He taps trees down there.
We're above average this year. My friend Charlie advises me. Well, he's a weather guy. He lives in that town. Maybe it's 150.
yeah.
So we're above average. Yeah, we had a period in February.
This is the,
Every 2 other days, this count gets storms anywhere from 80 to a foot. Every other day.
You have all the different lengths. Is this a driven element?
Yeah, we
Still probably does pretty good, although that might influence how it matches.
not too well. I don't think it'll have a whole lot of impact.
literally
I think it's Steve.
Nice to see.
That wet, heavy stuff. Try not to shake your hand.
Yeah.
No, I just.
Yeah.
Too bad I got rid of
I'm gonna go around again in case I
Hey, Bob, how you doing? I'm just getting some videos of the goodies here.
Oh. Because I got no room for this on my sailboat. Uh-oh, I think I'm losing power. Oh, what's this?
Huh? Any radios? Not to work. I was going to bring a couple in, but they don't want it.
I think I need to charge it.
I like having trouble getting back to altitude.
Grounding anyone?
Yeah.
I use that stuff across the back of my desk to ground all my
Oh,
radios.
and
That
run up
could
to
be
my
handy.
antennas.
Like for a phone system, 48 volts.
Right, exactly.
48 volts.
No, I'm just complaining about something.
Oh, more than
I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't get everything.
What?
You got this.
What? Oh, I didn't see that.
Make sure nobody trips over this.
I would have set this up, so I would need time to set this up for people. Oh, slopped everything up here.
Powerful, very activated, literally.
Time base, nothing there. How high does this thing go?
That was given to me to sell by a friend.
There was a couple of
Needs a cord, otherwise they plug it in. Okay, here we go. So we got a bench, frequency counter, frequency range unknown. 5 I got, 10 where? 5 we got, I'll go 10. You go 15? Now 20? All right, I'll go 20. 25? 20 I'm at. Now 25, where's the frequency counter? 20 I'm at, looking for 25. So I got myself 50 megahertz counter. Okay, number 1 and number 14. I would guess it just because there's so many numbers. Okay, what's next? What I got here? Whose is this? This is
Straight 2 meter, straight 2 meter mobile that does PL, does everything you need.
Yeah, it's a nice radio. I have one in my car now.
Yep, 2100 is a great radio. That's where it started, was in my car.
so we got an IC 2100. The microphone is here with it.
There should be a cable in there.
There's cables attached to it.
Oh, okay, good. Power supply.
Bracket, is there a bracket?
No bracket.
Oh, the bracket is still attached to my desk at home. I can arrange to get it to whoever needs it, I just gotta take a couple more screws out.
There you go.
That with the brackets.
So here you are, IC 2100, nice bulletproof.
Yeah, I own tool.
Yes, very durable 2 meter mobile radio. I've got a couple of them too. Good radio. Can we get this thing going? This thing at $30. I mean, this is a bulletproof current. Oh, well, it's not current, but it's $30. The man in the back is in for $30 on that. We got 35. Anybody? 35 over here, and you go 40 here. 40 we got, and 45, and 50. 50 we got, and 55, and 60. In. Okay, 65. 65 and $70. Out. Okay. 65 red, 70 anybody else? 65 once, looking for 70. 65 twice, looking for 70. Sold $65 to number 35 from number 11.
I need this like a hole in the head. I paid $20 for it. Nobody else bid it on it. and it was around 2:30 this afternoon. The auction was still going when I left a little after 3. It's a Tektronix 7633, and it's heavy as hell, and much longer than I thought it would be, so I didn't really try to pick it up. But I paid $20 for this, no trace, and I'm pretty sure it's a vacuum tube scope. And I plugged it in, but I'm going to plug it into the Variac over here and see how much current it draws. There's 118 volts on it. There's the amp meter here, and they got an amp meter here, so we're going to plug in the power cord now. Boy, that's really drawing up high. That's drawing 1.5 amps. Well, 1.1 amp here. And a little over one. A little over 1.2 here, or 1.5 I should say. So, it's definitely a tube scope, I'm pretty sure. A very faint sound of a fan. I think it's got a low fan on the back here. Let's take a look at the front. This is so long that I can't really get the front of it to show too much here. It's a 7633. Doesn't say, it's supposed to be a Tektronix, although it doesn't say that, but I think on the back it says it. And the tag that was on it said 7633 from the seller. Power's on for, I can't read his handwriting. Calibration signals present, no trace, no sweep. 7633 Tektronix. So that was a tag that was on it from seller number 2, which was an estate sale that they had over there. Now, it could be anything from a bad CRT to high voltage problems. I don't know, but for $20 I gambled it. Huh, not sure what that is. I haven't seen a scope quite like this before. Why I bought it, I don't know, but $20 and it was neat looking. I guess we could take the side panels off and look in there. Let's do that. And I got the cover off. Looks like a little smokiness there, which is about in the middle here. We got 600 volts here. It's turned off and unplugged. 250 volts here and 7,000 volts here. But let me, let's guess it is solid state, but boy, it is heavy for a solid state scope. So let's put the power on. I want to see if the fan is going here. Yeah, there it is. It's going. It's solid state. Definitely transistors in it. So definitely high voltage, so we're not going to be getting our hands near there. There's your big filter caps in there. Judging from the size and the length of this scope, I'd probably say it's not very high in bandwidth. I have to look it up like everything else. But there's nothing on the screen, and there's no power light. This is the power button right here, but there's no power light. I'm using the Kodak ZE1, so I'm probably not in focus that much. But the side came off. It just went into this groove down here, so I had to kind of like pop it out, and then it pops into this groove up here. So we'll stop the recording now. I want to clean the inside of the cover, and then I want to pop the other cover off too. What I'll probably do is put this cover on, turn it around, and take the other cover off. It's Tektronix, all right, but Tektronix, I can't quite read that. NV, Nevada. I can't read that. I can't read that. I can't give you a macro on this camera. I'm going to try to read it, and then I'll read it to you on the video. I'll have to get right on top of it. As close as I can read it, it looks like Tektronix Holland N.V, which I mean Nevada, but then it says, hello, I can't read that. It's too fine a print. Looks like it says Netherlands? I don't know. But it don't look like a standard Tektronix scope to me. This is the back of it, of course. Uh, 170 watts. 1.9 amps. At 115 volts, 60 cycles. Alright, I got the left cover off here, and here's the CRT down there. There's your high voltage right there. $7,000 volts. Tektronix Incorporated. But it's definitely a solid state scope. I'm surprised it takes so much power for a solid state scope. But actually, I guess it really isn't, because I had a Tektronix 535 in my old shop. And matter of fact, I had two of them that were given to me. I found one and I got one given to me. And they are power hungry. There's your electrolytics in here. On the other side, you got the blue plastic coated ones. So let's plug it back in here. And it's supposed to be 115 volts. So let's give it 115, 116. That's what it's designed for. The fan is going, the white one way down the end down there. It is going, because I saw it when it was standing still. It's a very quiet fan. As far as the CRT or the high voltage, I don't have anything that would measure 7,000 volts. I don't have any high voltage probes. But I'm not going to go probing around in there at this time. And it's probably going to be one of these things I won't be able to fix, like that old Tektronix, can't remember the number now, 2335 or something like that. Anyways, probably can't fix them. But for $20, I can always dump it at the next ham auction, which will come up in October. We only get 2 of them here. And I did not record this ham auction too much with the auctioneer. I did not ask their permission, so I just kind of like went around and looked at the goodies over there that they had. But I recorded a little bit of it, but not much. So anyways, let me go turn this around and I'll put the cover on, turn this around and play around with the controls on the front and see if I can get something out of it. Obviously the fuse is good, and the fuse is right here, so it's good. And these are BNC input jacks here. So let's put the cover back on here. There's no discoloration on this side, no burns or anything. Probably going to have to get at least the user's manual on this. It's got a gradical illuminator, and that don't seem to light either, so it might be something common. The power switch does work. A power light does not come on, but that doesn't mean too much. Could be the bulb is burned out. But it's got a gradical illumination, and no matter where I put that, nothing shows up here. And it's got an intensity control, and you're supposed to be able to pull this out, but it not only don't pull, but it don't push in, and part of the knob on the inside is broken. So I don't seem to get any life out of this thing other than the fan that's running in the back. But I have to play around with this. I'm not sure if these are modules or not. The answer would be for me to get the manual on it. At least the user's manual anyways, and if this is made in Netherlands, it's not going to be easy, if at all possible, to get the manual on it, but it is written in English, which is a good sign. So the model is 7633. It don't say Tektronix on it like they usually do, but on the back it does say Tektronix, and on the inside it does say Tektronix. So these pull out, but I don't think you just grab this and yank this module out, because that could break these off. These are just probably releases to take the module out, but that's not our problem. Our problem is nothing up here. But the power switch does work, because if I shut this off, your amps go right down to 0. And it says off on it. Put it back on. She draws a steady, well, roughly about 1.5 amps on the analog meter and 1.1 amps on the digital. So that's what she's doing, but there's no light here. But you can't pull. Oh, there it is. It pulls very hard. Right now the light's lit. Alright, the light is lit. Now it's very hard. The thing's because this knob is broken right here. And you probably can see that, maybe. See the inside knob, the gray plastic one, is broken. So, reduce, scan, pull. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think a little deoxide in there might make that move a little easier. But I'm going to play around with this, but I don't think there's going to be any display, because these guys are pretty knowledgeable that have these things. And if they can get them working, they will. And this came from Seller 2, which was an estate. So it was an estate sale, and they had a lot of equipment over there. And There was some goodies over there that I bid it on, but the price went way over my head. I had a limit of about $30 today that I wanted to spend. So there was a couple other things I wanted to get over there, but the price climbed quite high. So, alright, so I'm going to be playing around with this off camera, but overall I had a good day at the auction. It was good going over to something like that, and you know, it's a change, and I enjoyed it. So I'll be puttering around with this, and I'll look online and see if I can get a manual or any information on this Tektronix 7633, and it is a storage oscilloscope, storage level. And has quite a bit of controls on it and buttons here, all little tiny buttons. I'll play around with it and see if I can get anything out of it. Matter of fact, I got my calibrator right here, 40 millivolts, 0.4 volts, and it looks like 4 volts right down here. So I put a meter on that and see what that's doing, or one of my other scopes. I'll do that off camera when I get a little more time. I got some things I got to do first.